Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. We're in Gutters in St Catherine and we're going on to the Old Harbour Road now, and we're going to drive into the town of Old Harbour. So we're just waiting for the traffic to allow us to go on. Okay, I'm not sure what's going on here, so let him turn. And on the left you can see a car coming out as well. Well, you can't see it, but that road should have a intersection should have a stoplight. Alright, so we're on Old Harbour Road now, heading towards the town of Old Harbour, and we are in the Gutters area, driving out of Gutters. Gutters is a small town, well, more like a district. And this is the main road that takes you from Spanish Town to Old Harbour. This was once the only route or the main route, but there's now a highway, so persons have an alternate route. But Gutters is just one of those stops between. It has a very large residential area, but it's just a stop between Spanish Town and Old Harbour. Now, St Catherine has a lot of residential areas, or a lot of very popular and populated towns. For example, you're going to find Portmore in St Catherine, you're going to find Old Harbour in St Catherine, and that's just to name a few. Old Harbour has a very large population. It's actually, I think, the 9th largest or the 9th most populated town in Jamaica. It's among the top 10. I'm not sure what the current rankings are, but it's definitely in the top 10. And as you can see with this road, when this road was being laid out, it was laid out to be a 4-lane road. So that's why I have the space on the left and the right. Some people call it like a soft shoulder. Okay, we're now entering the area of Church Pen, which is another small residential community right before you get to Old Harbour. Yeah, this road was originally designed to be a 4-lane road. That's why I have all the space on the left and the right. But it was originally built as a 2-lane road with the assumption that one day it would be upgraded to a 4-lane road. So that's why you have all that space on the left and the right. That was done with roads like Constant Spring Road and Hagley Park Road. Those roads were originally designed to be 4 lanes, but they were built originally as 2 lanes, and then later on they were upgraded or expanded to 4 lanes. So this is a Church Pen area, and it's right on the outskirts of Old Harbour. So when you're driving from Spanish Town on the south coast, Spanish Town is the major town, of course. It's actually the oldest town in Jamaica, but it's the major town. It's the capital of St Catherine, and it's the major town in this side. And then after you leave Spanish Town now, the next major town you're going to come up on is Old Harbour. Now, it's not as large, but it's the next town in line. And then after Old Harbour, the next major town would be Maypen. They have small areas or districts in between, but these are the main towns. And of course, Maypen has a very large population, but that's a different parish. That's Clarendon. That's actually the capital of Clarendon also. So before the highway was built, if you want to drive from Kingston to, say, Westmoreland, this was the main road you would use to go through the parish of St Catherine. And there used to be, especially on the weekend, oh my God, you talk about a traffic nightmare. To go through the town of Old Harbour could take you up to an hour sometimes. Just because of the activity in the town, there's no accident, no nothing. Just how busy the town is and people stopping on the main road and the usual. It could take an hour. So the highway was built and it cut the travel time down tremendously. And it also helped free up some of the traffic going through the town. Now we're entering the Old Harbour town. We're actually in Old Harbour now, but we're heading towards the center of the town. And as you can see, there's traffic. I don't think there is any plans in the works to build an Old Harbour bypass. I think everybody is just happy with the highway. Like Spanish Town has a bypass, so you don't have to go through the town of Spanish Town. You can use a bypass. But Old Harbour doesn't have one. And if you use a highway, you have to pay. It's a toll road. So Old Harbour should really have a bypass road. Maypen, the other town we're discussing, they have a bypass road separate from the highway. As you can see, it's a very, well, this part of the town is like a commercial part. The entire town is a commercial part. Very busy town, a lot of activity. You find all the major banks, food establishments. You find all the government agencies here too. So if you need to go to the NHD office, NIS office, those kind of facilities, Water Commission, JPS has a plant somewhere here. So you find it's a very busy town. Now it's not as busy as Spanish Town, or it's not as large, but it's definitely amongst the 10 largest or most populated towns in Jamaica. Now on the outskirts, you have a lot of residential areas. Very large community. And with the highway, it makes doing business and reaching here so much easier. So you don't have to travel on this road every day. You can take the highway. And on the highway from Spanish Town to Old Harbour is probably 15-20 minutes drive from Spanish Town. Alright, so we're now heading into the town center. And with most towns in Jamaica, they were built back in the day when Jamaica was under the rule of the British. So you find almost all the towns in Jamaica have clocks, and they're English style clocks. I don't think they work anymore, but they're historic buildings now, or historic structures basically. On the left is the Old Harbour post office. Have a lot of hardware, a lot of wholesale stores. A lot of them run by the Chinese. You can look at the name of the store. Okay, on the right now is the Juicy Patties facility. I guess on the left is the Old Harbour bus park. It used to be the market. Okay, the market is behind the bus park, but this section here where the buses are used to be the market. We're going to do a separate video on that. But long story short, the market burned down and they rebuilt it as a bus park. Okay, on the right is the Kfc Old Harbor. And as you know, KFC is the largest or the most popular food franchise in Jamaica. Okay, straight ahead now you can see the clock. And coming up on the left where you see that red car, that's the Old Harbour police station. And you find all the major banks in Jamaica, they have locations here. So on the right is the JN Bank. And coming up on the left is the BNS and the NCB Bank. So this is now the town centre in Old Harbour. Okay, let us quickly go through. We shouldn't have done that. We should have stayed. Okay, on the right you can see a political. Not sure why they would have that sign up though, because the election was a couple of years ago. Very strange. That sign wasn't there the last time we came through. It was put up recently. But this is for another video, maybe another channel. But those political signs should not be put up in these major towns. And if you put them up, 30 days, 15 days, and then make sure the people take them down. Let them leave a deposit so that if they don't take it down, you pay somebody to take it down. But you shouldn't have political signs in the middle of a town like that. And then after the election, the signs stay for months, weeks. I'm not sure why that sign is there. It went up recently. We're going to check it out. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Remember to like, share and subscribe. Have a good day.